this is Bubblegum. Anyways, hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first ever video, and what it's going to be is a get ready with me for my first day of work. So it's a lot of firsts today, but get ready with me for my first day of work, doing my makeup and introducing myself to you guys. If you do see me looking down at any point, it's because I have some pointers here to guide me so I don't forget anything and so I don't overspeak. I'm a love chat. But yeah, so I'm Desania and I'm 18 years old and I'm a Jamaican girl living in the UK. So I'm currently in year 12 at sixth form and I study biology, psychology, and chemistry. And in my spare time, I volunteer at the hospital as well as I do ballet, but I haven't been doing it recently because my teacher had a baby. So I'll be starting ballet again in September. In terms of other activities, I tried to be a gym girly and it did not work out for me, sadly. So I'm just not a gym girl. On my Instagram, I asked you guys what do you want me to talk about in this intro. So based on the questions that I got, I kind of formulated little pointers of what I'm going to talk through. So the first thing is, why did I start a YouTube? Now, ever since I was young, as long as I've been conscious and I've known myself, I've always wanted to do something media related. I've always been interested in that. May I tell you, so when my little me used to pretend say I have a reality TV show, that's how much I love these types of things. And this is not my first YouTube channel, and I feel like this is such a full circle moment because I made this YouTube video once when I was in prep school. She's a couple years ago now. Can't remember see me elder. But thank God, I found the phone and I got the email to delete that video. But I just wanted to say it's such a full circle moment that I can be here now doing my makeup routine as that was the video that I had posted. That was my first and only YouTube video. May I do my cousin makeup routine. It was atrocious, but now I'm so glad that I can be here with all the resources doing my YouTube. So people have been asking me for a very long time to do a YouTube channel, but I've always preferred to stick to TikTok. But more and more people have been asking, and I feel like I owe it to my younger self now that I have the resources and I have all the tools, not all, but most of the things to do this. And again, I love content creating, I love media, so it's not very far-fetched. So that's why I started a YouTube channel. Someone also asked what are my goals. So I'm gonna tell you guys most of my short-term goals for right now. I'm currently learning how to drive, and I'd love if I'd be able to get my license by the end of this year or before my next birthday, which is in February. But another goal that I have is to kind of be financially stable, and I know that's kind of bizarre to say, freshly 18 still living with my parents, but I mean financially stable in the sense that I don't have to ask my parents for everything. I can be able to afford myself, certain little things, even though I can now, but better. And I also want to start traveling. I feel like I'm in the perfect place, close to so many places that I've always wanted to go. So definitely from this year going into next year, I definitely want to start traveling. another goal is that I really want to lock into school more. Like, I really want to like be more academic. Like, it's I have the potential, and I feel like because I always manage to get by, like I get very complacent. I'm trying to cut that out and become more serious about life. I mean, it's a year away from my A levels, and I really want to do well on those. So I need to take out my life in the hand. I bought an iPad, I bought a desk, so I get all of them things there for convince myself say I'm gonna start studying. So I really hope it works out. Somebody also asked like what I want to be in the future, like in terms of career wise. I want to work in healthcare. I don't want to be too specific because I feel like that's going to place too much pressure on me, pressure that I'm already facing from like other people. And I don't know, I just can't manage because I know that I'm going to get there someday, but I just don't know when. And I don't want it to be a constant feeling of somebody saying, oh my gosh, when is she going to do this? Like, I want it to be on my own timing. So I definitely want to go in healthcare. I mean, my mom's a nurse, so y'all can only guess. But yeah, I don't want to be too specific because I don't want nobody else pressure me. You know what I'm with it? Another goal that I have for this year is to really increase my social media presence and be more intentional with the things I post. I mean, I'll never see myself as a person that has like a specific niche. Like, even on my TikTok, I'll do my desk diaries, but I also bake, and I also like just post relatable content. So it's a range of things. I don't really have anything specific or any specific direction that I want to go in, but I just want to be like more serious about my content and not just whatever I feel like whenever I feel like. And also I feel like having a YouTube is going to kind of hold me to that standard of focusing on my goals. Like, I tell you guys that I'm going to do this, so now I kind of have to do it. You know what I'm with it? Yeah. And now to the meat of the matter. What most people have been asking me, what almost everybody asks me, what is life like living in the UK? How am I managing in the UK? How is it different from Jamaica? And to me, there's so many layers to this conversation about like how I'm managing in the UK and how it's different from Jamaica. So I'm going to split it first. I'm going to give like an intro of how I feel about it, and then I'm going to split it into pros and cons. So overall, first of all, I've been here for next week is going to make it a year since I've been living in the UK, and I would say I don't feel like I'm fully integrated yet. Like, I still feel like an outsider, but I also feel like that is normal. Like, that's a normal feeling to have because I haven't really been like going anywhere or like doing that many things to like feel fully integrated into the society. And I also feel like the time that I moved to this country like played a big part because I came here when I was 17, like already graduated high school. I'm already my own person, so it's kind of hard to like be molded into a different person like at the stage where I am at now. Like, even an accent, like I don't think I'll ever catch an accent simply because like me just make already, guys. My brain form already. Me can't, I don't know, I can't see it happening. So that's what I would say in terms of how I feel now. It's definitely a nice country, definitely a lot of opportunities, even though you have to work a little bit hard, but it's definitely more than I would have if I was still in Jamaica. So I have to be grateful for that. So into the pros now. I'd say just most of the pros are like the pros of living in a first world country coming from living in a world country. So like packages getting delivered to my door, um all the stores, like going shopping, things like that, like not having to get everything online because I can just get them in person. Another thing is that I love the architecture here. Like I love the vibe, I love how the place looks. I also love, as I mentioned before, like the proximity to other countries and school. I really love the school system here, and I feel like it was such a wonderful shift. Like, not to say that I did not enjoy my time in high school in Jamaica, but when I was in Jamaica, I lived in St. Thomas and I went to school in Kingston, and they were fixing the roads at the time, so it was not a great experience, like having to wake up 3 4 in the morning to go to school and come home every day. It was definitely not nice. Now I live somewhere that I can walk to school. My school is 5 minutes away. Me I wake up minutes before school start. I am still getting there on time. So I feel like that definitely like puts me in a frame of mind that I have to excel and I have to do my work because I don't really have any excuses. Also, I love the teaching style. Like I love how they teach. I love how they do assessments. So yeah, I definitely say that better. I don't want to say it's better, you know. I really don't want to say it's better because there are some things about in Jamaica that I definitely say is way better. And of course, the people. I definitely prefer the people at home, but that's because that's the people that I am used to. That's the people that I, whatever. But yeah, I feel, and also the grade that I'm in now, I'm like the oldest person in that grade. If I had come here before, I'd be in the year older. So I'm kind of stuck in a grade with like people that are younger than me. And the 1 year age difference, it really shows. Like a lot of them aren't very mature. And it's a little bit sad to see, to say the least. Like, and it's a bit annoying sometimes to deal with. So in the friend capacity, I'd say I have people like a couple of my classmates that I talk to like outside of class or stuff like that. And I have a little friend group, even though one of my friends, she doesn't go to my school anymore, so that was kind of, but now I'm mainly by myself at school and I don't mind it because at the end of the day, and I like saying I have no friend in our real life. Like I have friends. As sad as that may sound, like I have friends, I have a life, and that's what keeps me going. The fact that I already have a life. Like me never come here when I did very young, and like me never have much friends, or I never had like that great of a connection with anybody. I do have friends and I do have people to talk to. So like being by myself at school, it doesn't really phase me, and I'm not even going to be there for that long anyways. So it's not that bad. But may I say like I'm not no friend at all. Like I do have people at school, but most of the times, like majority of the times, I'd say that I'm with myself. Getting into the cons now. My first and biggest con is the weather. Like I really hate the weather here. I mean, some days, very rarely it's good. It's a nice sunny day, but most days are rainy, especially when I just got here. It was really rainy and it was really hard to adjust to it being cold all the time, especially as somebody when I love wear woolly clothes. It was really hard to adjust to that. Also, another con is how expensive things are here, especially when you're getting like American products like my little skincare and them something there. they are very expensive because they're imported things. Like me have to wait until like me know somebody where I go overseas to bring back things to me instead of like paying an arm and a leg to get them here. Another con is that a lot of the people here are kind of like stuck in their ways. Like they have one way of doing something and them kind of stick to that one way them instead of like, you know, thinking of other ways to do things. So most of them are, at least not most of them, but there are a lot of people that are not open-minded. So I live in a predominantly white area. Like it recently started to get diverse, and most of the other black people that are here are Africans, so there aren't many Jamaicans where I live, and the Jamaicans that I know are people that I already knew in Jamaica. So it's kind of like there's no Jamaicans here other than us. And also, I was telling my friend the other day that like I love meeting new people. I really used to love meeting people, but I feel like since recently, every time I leave my house, I feel like I'm being put on display. Like I feel like I'm constantly introducing myself to someone, and I don't know like when it's going to end, if that makes sense. Like I'm constantly saying, oh, I'm from Jamaica, oh, my name is Desania, oh, this and that about me. Like I'm constantly feeling like I'm having to introduce myself to people, and I kind of get it to an extent. Like I get it, like I can't even be mad at it, but it's just kind of annoying sometimes to have to deal with like constantly introducing myself to people. And I thought it would have ended like a couple months after I got here, but it has been a year now and it's still happening. So I really don't know like when it's going to end. And I think the last con that really bothers me is the 6 hour time difference from Jamaica. I feel like that one really hit hard because it's so hard to stay in contact with my loved ones and stuff because of the time difference. Like even my friends, like when I'm getting ready for school, they're in bed, and by the time I get home, they're getting ready for school. Guys, don't mind how crazy this looks right now. We're not talking about that. Focus on what I'm saying. But yeah, so the time difference was really weird, and like when I just came here, I really struggled like mentally about it. But it's so good that I had somebody in my corner, that I had somebody that I could always be on the phone with, or somebody that I could always talk to. So I didn't really feel that much like I was missing home, even though I was. And then that point brings me to how I stay in contact with my loved ones, given the time difference. First of all, I was never I was never like the reach out everyday kind of person. I've never been that. So I think my friends kind of understand that to an extent. I'll call them once in a while, FaceTime once in a while, but it takes every day. TikTok streaks, Instagram messages. So it's not like fully estranged, but in terms of like talking on the phone, like full conversations, I like having a good conversation every once in a while instead of every day. I only really have one person that I would say I talk to every day. So yeah, that's how I manage to keep in contact with my friends. I normally reach out to them on like holidays, or days that they aren't that busy or I'm not that busy. But other than work and stuff, I don't really go out much. I don't really go anywhere. Coming on a frame, guys. I know that sounds so bad. But other than work, I don't really go anywhere, work and school. So it's really down to like other people being busy and me having to be mindful of that. And yeah, just a review of all these things that I've done since I came here, or all the places that I've been. Sorry, I've been to London, I've been to Manchester, I've been to Liverpool, I've been to Chester, and I've been to Wales. And I went to the beach in Wales, so finally went to a UK beach, and it was actually really nice. Pictures are on my Instagram if you guys want to see what it looks like. But yeah, so that's that about that. I guess along the way you guys will get to know more about me and more of what I am like. And definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you to the 49 people, I think it is, who have already subscribed. And I'm so grateful for everyone who encouraged me to do this, and everyone who, you know, is supporting me, everyone who watches my TikToks, everyone who follows me on Instagram, just everyone overall. I'm really grateful for you guys, because I wouldn't be on this if it wasn't for you guys. I wouldn't have a platform if it wasn't for you guys. So grateful to everyone that is still on this journey. And this is the finished product. Now I'm gonna get dressed. Okay guys, so I'm ready. This is the OOT, the black top, black skirt. I mean, the dress code is all black, and my bracelet. And yeah, very cute, very girly. I think this is a nice look for my first day. So I'm gonna go now. And before I go to work, I'm going to stop at the store to get some essentials, and might take you guys with me. Hey guys, so I'm back home, and we may have broken the bank. So let me show you guys what I got first. So I got 3 new charms for my bracelet. So I got this cherry blossom charm that I've been wanting for the longest while, and I saw this starfish on the website the other day, so I had to get that. And then we got the engravable heart. I did not get it engraved as yet because I don't know what I want on it as yet. Now for the boots shop, which I think I bought less than what was on my list, and I still spent more than I estimated. Yeah, I got this Dove. I got this cotton wool, and then I got this other smaller like little body wash, just for like a variety. I don't want to smell like the same thing every day. Then I went back to my Dove scrubs because why not? At this point, Dove needs to sign me. I got my Dove bar soap, and I got my Dove roll-on. Then I got me some witch hazel, and guys, witch hazel is the truth, okay? Like witch hazel everywhere. See, I was using this one, but this one is too expensive for I use all over my body, and I'm pretty sure they will both do the same thing. So I got this one for like £3. And then I got me some new exfoliating gloves because I feel like my other ones are getting a bit. Got a new serum because nothing left in this. So I think this lasted me maybe a good month. And then lastly, I got myself an eyeliner. So sadly, all good things must come to a close. So this is the end of my intro / first day of work / shopping / one bag of something. Yeah, so thank you so much for everyone who has already subscribed, and if you haven't, please do subscribe and follow me on Instagram if you haven't, and TikTok, and I'll link them in the video. Bye.